Song Tower, drone Charlie Delta Charlie holding on pad 1, requesting clearance for departure for live show. Charlie Delta Charlie, Song Tower, you are cleared for live show takeoff. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Thailand. Good evening, Western Hemisphere. I see two people are watching. It's a start. My second live show. We'll see how it goes. Morning, Tammy. Who's the other one? I was spending an hour on my phone, like sending out texts to everybody. Go, hey, my live show is on at 9. My live show is on at 9. So, let's hope you all join. So I'm not talking to myself more than usual. Ah, Mary. Good morning, Mary. Yes. Good evening, Mary. Nice to see you here. So, in exactly 6 days, I will be getting married for the third time. Hopefully, third time's the charm, right? So I have I had to go and buy a fan. We're getting Tammy. We're getting your room all organized, and well, I'll get my phone. I was trying to figure out how I could put the picture up on the screen, and I haven't quite figured that out yet. Technology just isn't there. So, but I can show you. I got to put my glasses on for 30 seconds. So here is your room. Where is it? Well, maybe it's not here. It should be here. Well, so we went out yesterday, and I thought we need to buy a fan for the room. We got all the windows open. I'm really surprised. Again, I was trying to download everything, and obviously didn't work. But while we were trying to buy a fan, I noticed this thing. I'll just put this right up here like that. You can see it. This is, well, it's not an air conditioner, but what it does is you put water in the bottom, and you can lift the lid on the top, and you can, when you turn it on, there's a fan that oscillates inside, and the water, there's a little pump inside, and the pump will good evening, Dennis. Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. So when you put water in the top, well, in the bottom, the pump runs and it pumps water up into the top, and and then the water sort of trickles down through a honeycomb system on the inside where the filters are, and it draws the air through, and it actually yeah, it's a lot like a misting machine, and but it actually cools the room, and you can put ice packs or actually ice on the top, and so like it'll go in the room, and we'll use it in conjunction with the windows open, but it'll add the fan, but it'll add a little cooler air to make your evening a little more comfortable. Grand total of well, the fan was going to cost 1,000 baht. Well, we could have bought a fan for about 800 baht. Then I thought, well, you know what? Might as well buy the fan that bolts onto the wall. And then, of course, I saw this thing, and I thought, okay, let's check this out. So it came to about 3,800 baht. So, so that's 23. So, about $165. So pretty good. The point of it is not only can I use it in your room, in the room when you're here, I can use it out in the loft. Oh, by the way, the renovated room that we're now calling it the loft. And when especially it's designed more for, like it will add humidity into the room. So it'll help cool the room and in humidity when we're into the warm, dry season. Hello, Catherine. Hi, nice to see you, Kathy. Glad you joined in. Yes, you're less than 24 hours till takeoff, and we have one more day here trying to get things organized and done, and then we'll be heading to Chiang Mai to pick you up. You'll be landing in Chiang Mai 10:30. We're gonna leave probably 6 o'clock in the morning and head. No, I'm gonna take and head there to pick you up. So yeah, it's coming pretty quick, and so hope you have a great great flight. So uh, so Mary, glad you didn't get yourself hurt destroying that van for of Chris's. That was quite a surprise. Uh, Life happens, right? So glad you're not hurt. We had a little mishap with our niece 2 weeks ago. She was coming home from work from Rimping. Who works as a cashier, and we're going to. And she was coming home 10:30 at night. She was tired. She was pulling a U-turn, which is a normal thing for those that don't know here in Thailand, the way the roads work. So she was pulling a U-turn, and it was a darker corner, and she ran into the back of a truck. So, and she wasn't wearing the helmet that I bought her. So unfortunately, but she's okay. She banged up her finger pretty bad. She had a couple operations on her finger, but she's here with us and she's doing pretty good. Yes, Mary, someone talks a lot. I'm glad that you're listening, or I'd be talking to myself more than usual. No. So the wedding, of course, is next Saturday. We've been doing our little projects around the house. Gatai has been very busy, cleaning more than usual, and so she's pretty pleased. Yeah, yeah. Chris always said to write it off. That's what he meant. He wrote it off. In fact, he's not planning on having another vehicle for the winter. So I don't blame him if he doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. So with Julie not working, so at any rate, so we've been doing lots of projects around the house and trying to get things ready for the wedding. I've been in my little projects. I put a crash bar beside the toilet. Um, here's the here, 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 here here's Here's a picture of the crash bar beside the toilet. Actually, it works pretty good. I suspect in another 10 years I'll probably have to put one on the other side. Um, but other little projects, of course, was the fan, got that, and I had to change some stuffs out on the balcony and so forth. But I had to put a sweep on the bottom of the door, and that was lots of fun because unfortunately Canadian, no one knows what a Robinson screw is like here. Everyone is still very much uh, with the Americans and Phillips screws and so forth. So of course you can't just hold a Phillips screw with a drill driver. You've got to drill a pilot hole and then put the screw in and so forth. What a pain in the butt! I've constantly had my beef about the fact that they can't accept that Robinson, a Canadian-made screw, is a far superior screw. So, at any rate, like I say, we've been getting things ready, and there's now we started with 10 tables, so about 80 people, 8 people per table, and we went from 10 to 12 to 15 to 18. So now we're at 22. So yeah, it's going to be a wedding with 176 people. Uh, you know, and only about 7 or 8 of my my guests. So, but still, we've spent the last week going out in the morning and in the evening on the motorcycle into the village, and we would stop at a house, and and they would come out. We would go in, and I would sit there and well, just sit there and listen because I don't understand what they're saying. And Katai would talk to them and tell them about the wedding and invite them to the wedding. And we did this for probably 4 days. So yeah, the whole village is excited about this wedding. Apparently, there's never been a foreigner wedding in the village. So I guess that makes me a bit of a celebrity, I guess. So, but you know, uh, yeah, she's happy. It's an exciting time, and yeah, well, going to be a lot of people. So everything starts. The actual ceremony will start at 10 o'clock in the morning. It will be in our Buddha room right here, which is a very large room, and the actual ceremony will be there. And then down underneath, the the main floor underneath the second floor is where we're going to be setting up all the tables. So we'll have the head table at the front, and we'll have all the rest of the tables, around it. There'll be a stage set up, and for music will probably start around 1 o'clock, and yeah, and then uh, we'll eat. We'll be eating. Well, actually, we'll probably be eating around 11 o'clock. So it's a daytime wedding. It's sort of different from what we're used to, where we'd still have the wedding in the morning, or at 10 or 11, and then everyone would go away, and then you come back at 5 for the dinner, and then we start the dancing at 7. Well, I suspect that everything will be finished and done by nighttime, but you never know. With 176 people, and I'm including the drinks with that. So yeah, could go into the night. So which is just fine. Which is just fine. So oh, anyone else here? I see there's six. So 6 watching. That's great. Um, I hope CJ. I hope you're there because I did your playlist last night. From I watched about four of your videos last night, and then before I went to bed, I set the it up for and played your whole playlist for your Thailand playlist. Just to give you some hours. So hopefully that helped you out. About 8 hours worth, 8 maybe 10 hours worth. So that's the thing about getting to 4,000 hours is a bit of a daunting thing, and he already has his 1,000 subscribers, but he has like 675 videos. I have 90, and I have just short of 300 subscribers, and so it's taken him a long time to get there, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping I'll go a little faster. So we'll see. So, uh, anyone have any questions before I go on to my next little silly topic? No. Is the comment section still working? Somebody hit something and say hello. Make sure it's still working for me. What am I wearing? Well, actually, Mary, if you look at the video on the bridal shop, you can you will see yeah, the crash bar in the bathroom. You'll see what I'm wearing. I actually have it would be traditional dress. The pants. Hello, Keith. Glad you made it. Yeah, it's the traditional pants. It's not pants. They're like I don't know. It's like a bed sheet, and it gets wrapped around you, and then the excess that goes off to the side gets turned around and goes up under you from the back of you and up through the front, and it's tucked into your belt, and that becomes pants. So one size fits all. Why the crash bar in the bathroom, Tammy? Well, if you notice, the toilet is up on a bit of a pedestal. So, going in there at night without the light on, it's just easier to grab onto that, and just makes it a little more steady. Am I going to do a video of the celebrations? Well, I'm not personally going to do the video of the celebrations, but I will probably will set up the camera and film it. Um, I know that I have a few guys there that are going to be there, and they'll probably film it a little bit. And I was asked if I was going to do the ceremony live stream. I haven't decided if that's going to happen yet. I know that my digital camera can be used on live stream. I haven't tried it yet. I might give it a try. Again, we'll see. Hey, Brock, nice of you to join. No, so yep, uh, it's 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 all coming. It's all coming soon. So, um, not too long ago, I got a comment from one of my subscribers about my video on the motorcycle drone tour to the coffee shop. And a very nice comment, good comment. But his question he asked me if I was compressing the video, because when he watched it, it seemed pretty grainy. Well, the thing is, YouTube does their videos in 720p, not 1080, and certainly not 4K. I record my videos with my camera, and my camera records at 4K. So when I do my video and I'm editing it and I watch it on my screen or even on my big TV, it's in 4K and it is crystal clear. It's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, when you upload it to YouTube, then it changes, and you're only watching it um, in 720. And unfortunately, that changes if you're going to watch it on a bigger screen. If you're going to watch it on a small screen, it's not so bad. But really, especially when we're doing the drone work, especially that particular video. I mean, that, on my TV, it was just spectacular watching the drone fly along the side of the mountain. Funny thing about that, um, the flight for the drone that went along the mountain, that was the second time, because I flew it, I recorded everything, flew the drone back, took it down, and looked at it and realized, oh, you fool, you did not hit the record button. So it was like a 10-minute flight. Beautiful, like on my console, it was beautiful, but unfortunately, it didn't record. So yeah, we just had to go up and do it again. So, but it was an absolutely gorgeous place to be sitting, having our drinks. We had our breakfast. I highly recommend any of our local guys here to please, when you're up in this area, it's on Highway 1 just past Lampang, heading towards Pale, and you'll see all the mountain ranges and so forth. I've been driving by it every time I go from Chiang Mai to here, and I kept looking at it. I said, oh, it's spectacular, and you have to keep your eyes on the road, because the road isn't straight, and you're constantly looking at the scenery, because it's just so gorgeous. And but and I thought, I got to stop and fly the drone, got to stop and fly the drone. And then I saw this coffee shop, on one trip, and I thought, we need to stop there. And we were, last week, we were had to go into Chiang Mai, because my niece had a doctor's appointment, and we went by it at 7:30, a little after 7 in the morning, and the sun was just coming up. It was crystal clear. It was like this crisp, beautiful colors, and I thought, this is fantastic. And when we came back later that day, actually the next day, we came back in the afternoon. We stopped for coffee. I could have flew the drone, but the way the hot sun in the afternoon hits the mountain, it just didn't look anywhere near as good as did in the morning. So we went back a few days later, and yeah, we did the video, and I'm really happy with it. So good morning, Douglas. Well, I'm looking forward to having you at my table. Yeah, Brock, the countdown's begun. Looking forward to meet you this time around. No, oh, so Brock, so you're going to be meeting Brock. So where are you right now, Brock? No, aren't you in Hao Hin? Oh, so are you down around Surin? So Douglas, I'm going to reserve a room over at the hotel. Um I think I sent you the link to that video. Did I not? Let me know, and if I didn't, I'll send it to you again. Brock is down under. Brock is down in Australia. We're pretty close to being down under ourselves, aren't we? You know, so I suppose we can tell which side of the world we're on by taking a look at the water going into the drain. So he's in Perth. So when are you going to be in our neck of the woods, Brock? Oh, maybe he's gone. Oh, yummy cold coffee. So Mary, how is the weather in Nova Scotia? Well, Turl, New Brunswick. My sister Barb, they just sold their house in Pembroke, and they bought a house down in Nova Scotia, so they've retired down there. You know, you will be in the Dam Noan Sudik Ratch area. What province is that? You know, it's I'm just starting to get to know where places are in this in this country. So I know where Perth is. I've never been to Perth. Well, one of the neat things about living here is that if you want to go to these places, it's not as far as it was when you're in Canada. Only spending 2.5 months in Laos. So the weather here right now is this morning it was 22 degrees. And I'm supposed to have snow rain mix tomorrow. Where about Nova Scotia is Barb? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't talked to her for a while. I know it was mentioned at one point where she moved, but yeah. Um, Laos is land of smiles, aka Thailand. Yep, land of smile. The Thailand, the land of smiles and tiny feet and fake dual exhaust. At least in Chiang Mai, every second car has a fake dual exhaust. And of course, well, I have size 13 feet, so try to find trying to find shoes, trying to find shoes and clothes here in Thailand for my large size is different. That's okay, Brock. I'm constantly trying to I don't type as well as I used to. I used to be able to type without looking at the keyboard, but you know that practice is long gone. So I'm constantly making errors too. Not to mention the fact that I get brain farts constantly going like trying to spell the simplest words. You know, we're bringing them special delivery, bringing them specially. What? Oh, my shoes. Yes. Yes, I made arrangements with Tammy and Mead to bring me another pair of the slip-on Skechers slip-ons. I mean, and we have we have a Skechers in. I saw a Skechers in the Central Festival Mall, but again, trying to find the shoes the right size. I have a place near Floating Market, seen on the travel shows, 20 minutes away from the train market. Brock, that still doesn't tell me exactly where that is. That floating market, the Atoya floating market north of Bangkok. I've been. I don't know if I said that the right way. Atathoya, floating market. I did a video on that too. So, oh, so when are you going to be? When are you going to be in Thailand, Brock? Well, half an hour's gone by already. So, did Tammy, did you when I started the live stream, did you see my intro video? Just let me know if it played all right. Hey, Robert Mack, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. Good morning. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that now that I know that it's working. Last time when I tried it, the music got all garbled, but then we put it all together. Is the fact because I'm using StreamYard Studio, it's got to go back and forth from here to YouTube and play, and then come back to here, and that's why it got all garbled. So but now that I know that it was doing that, I just ignore the sound when I play it. Uh, So, Robert, I mean, this last little while, I've been trying to. I've been meeting so many of you guys. It's like I'm trying to remember where everyone are. Are you in Hull Hin, Robert? Oh, and you just did a live show that I was watching too. Um, so good morning, Pierre. Thanks for joining. Wow, 9 people. That's 4 people more than last than the first one. So I guess it pays to get on the phone and start texting everyone and say, hey, don't let me talk to myself more than usual. Oh. You're about 80 kilometers southeast of Bangkok. Southwest of Bangkok. Yeah, okay, so that's yeah, no, I guess that's not where the Athoya how do you say it? Atathoya yeah. Well, so you're still in Missouri, Robert. Okay, so so you're up late with the rest of them. This should give the okay, I'll have to check that out. I have to check that out. So yeah, for those that don't know, I'm part of a group that a joint group with online, and we all chat back and forth together, and it's been very advantageous for me because I've gotten quite a few subscribers because of this. And I certainly appreciate everyone. Like I say, last night I put on my thanks. See you there. Last night I put on a playlist for CJ in Paradise because he's got his 1,000 subscribers, but he doesn't have his 4,000 viewing hours yet. So I put it on his playlist on last night and just let it go. So I got eight. I got eight. So all right, Mary. Nice. I'm so glad you joined. I know it's getting late there, so yeah, you take care, and yeah, don't worry. I'll keep posting. Loves and hugs from 6 Miles, Brock, Nova Scotia. Yeah, so I'll be definitely going to continue posting. So glad you showed up. Hugs. So I did my 90-day reporting last week. So I've been back in Thailand for 90 days. Essentially, I've been here essentially a year short of the 3 months that I went back to Canada to sell everything off. Oh, by the way, any of you people in the States want to buy an American-made Harley Davidson? It's in Canada right now. Uh, uh, I can't sell it. The economy in Canada is just absolutely in the dumpsters. I'm hoping maybe after the election things might change. We'll see what happens. Depends on which way that goes, which is not really anything of my concern. But again, I've had the motorcycle trying to sell it. It's a 2016 a Street Glide Special Harley Davidson, and it's sitting in a showroom on consignment, and it's probably going to sit there it will sit there all winter. But and I don't have the time to what model? It's 2016, uh, Street Glide Special, blue, cosmic blue, stage one. You know, Beautiful bike. It's got what would it have? 20,000 miles on it. I'm trying to think in American, where in kilometers, it's like 46,000 kilometers on it. But yeah, it was an American bike, and wonderful machine. I would have loved to have brought it over here, but unfortunately, it would probably cost 6 or 7 grand to have it shipped. But then it's like you got to pay in order to put a license plate on it. In fact, I think even when it just shows up at the port, you'd have to pay the duty, which would be almost the equivalent of what the bike's worth. So not worth bringing it over. So, but at any rate, it's someone's going to get a great deal. There's no doubt about it. I was talking with Keith last night about it. It's a sad thing that it's gone that route where it's worth in the black book of $15,000, and I figure I'll be lucky to get 10, or 12. I doubt if I'll even get that. So anyway, we'll see what happens come spring, and hopefully that will go, and that would be my last tie to Canada, and then so. But back to the 90-day reporting. So I had my 90-day reporting. So I've been back here in Thailand for 3 months. It has just flown by. Well, of course, look, we did the renovation on the loft. That's what we're calling it these days, the loft. And it's been that consumed the first basically month and a half, and I've been absolutely swamped with editing because for those that know, I when I was here the first 6 months, I didn't start doing any editing until I was actually back in Canada. So I recorded everything, and the duty on imported bikes and cars, if you're permitted to ship it, it's about 300% of the new price. So not economically viable. Thanks, Brock. You just reiterated what I said for sure. So like I say, not worth it. But I'll tell you, if you could get it over here, the cost of Harleys over here is just through the roof. So where was I chatting? And then so again, it's been a whirlwind for the last 3 months with editing. I've got 95 videos out now. And of course, I started doing the editing in June. So it's it's been a lot of work. And of course, when we got here, got the room set up. Of course, we'd only just moved from Chiang Mai to here just before I went back. Break the bike down into parts, import the parts, and put it together. Isn't that a thought? Isn't that a thought? So I'd just be happy if someone just decided to say, look, I'm going to come and take that bike off your hands, and I'm going to make you an offer. That was the thing. I was talking with Keith last night. I was like, just like someone make an offer. I remember when I first put it up for sale in when I got back in May. About mid-May, I had it up for sale for $20,500, which, by the way, when you looked at all the ads for other bikes, that was right in the middle of the mix. So it was, like, okay, this is a good price. This is a good price. And I got offered $10,000 for it. And I simply replied, that will never happen. Well, guess what? If that guy wants to let me know and call me back, I just might consider that now. So, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's the thing. You still got to get it. You still got to get it registered. You still got to put a license plate on it. So, yeah, getting also the number plates from the transport department can take months and additional costs. Yeah, it's just never going to happen here. So I got the ADV. I love it. It's it 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 punches way above its weight grade. It's just amazing. I got the foot pegs on it for those that have seen my review. That's just amazing for those that drive these things. They like your feet are sort of stuck in one spot, and of course for those that drive motorcycles, real motorcycles, we have foot pegs that we can sort of stretch out our legs, and I don't have it's not very far away from the floorboard, but it's just enough that you're moving your leg from one position to the next, and on a long haul you have options of moving your legs so they don't cramp up on you. Yeah, something that wouldn't happen to a young person, but when you're 65 almost, yeah, that creeps up. So, but still, the ADV is an amazing motorcycle. I know at some point in the future, I'll look at buying another bike. I'm certainly not going to be like Dave, who has, I don't know, 20, 30, 30, 30, So yeah, the African twin comfortable long distance Douglas. Yeah, that's I think it's going to be a Honda 500 or a Honda 650. The African Twin is a little, as nice as that is, it's a little bit out of my out of my price range. So I mean, at some point, like I say, I'll look at buying another bike for the long trips. I'm going to get the side bags on the ADV, so we can do a little longer trips. We'll see how that works. Because the ADV, it's fine. It runs along. We do the speed limit, a little over the speed limit. It's fine. It can run all day, and it's cheap on gas, and so it's pretty good. There's no doubt about it. So I'm really, and of course, to run in and out of town, you know, um, it's I'd rather take the bike. It's just that much more easier than taking the car. Although the air conditioning in the car is pretty uh sometimes very nice. So in my view, the best deal is to go to Japanese bike spare parts and service. Yeah, absolutely. So an eight, well, the ADV 750, yeah, that's that'd be a pretty nice bike too. That's we'll see. And like I say, you can look for a used one. Pierre, where are you, Pierre? Are you in Thailand, or you over in the other side of the world, 12,000 kilometers away, or what is that, 8,000 miles? Well, one of the things I want to purchase before I do that is I want to buy a new camera. I want to buy a proper camera. No. Um, Hi there. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. I've been watching your I've been watching. It's Jay, right? Shut down this chat room. No, no. Sorry, this is doing just fine. Um, so yeah, John, just keep doing that. Um, isn't that interesting? Well, there you go. These are the people. GIN. Ron John. Hi, Ron John. Nice for you to join. Time to get Jay. I've been watching your shorts. In fact, I think you just yeah, had a few comments on your waterfall. Ah, I can't block this guy. I'm not as mod as yet. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, Ron John Surf Shop. Well, haven't heard from Dave Clark yet. From Gotta Love Thailand. Well, I'm sure he's going to show up at some point. Wow, 13 people. Dave Clark 5. He's dead, by the way. Like really, he's been dead a long, long, long time. So that just shows how old you are. Well, so I used to have a saying, when if anyone called me the Dave Clark 5, they had to give me a nickel. and I demanded it because I was going to say it's my retirement fund, for all the people that call me Dave Clark Five. So, but yeah, so DC Five. Well, you can pretty much call me when you want. On our little group thing, they call me CDC because of course Dave Clark is without an E. Um, for those that need to know, Dave is Dave's heritage is the English side, and my heritage is the is Scottish. So Scottish Clark with an E is Scottish. Clark without an E is English. So no audio from me, just heading home from the park. Pick up on another phone if you're still going. Well, there's 13 people, so that's more than twice the people I had in the first live show. So we'll see how that goes. You know, so Dave, Brock has been monitoring for years. I remember. Oh, that's right, Brock. I mean, whenever Dave does his, that's Brock. Hey, yeah, okay, that's a thought, as a moderator. Hey, this is learning, so I don't have an opinion on that, John. So but yeah, no, I'm still learning on all this. It's like I said, this is only my second live stream, so yeah, it's a learning curve. So you know, yeah. So at any rate, so last night I went out for dinner and to my local little restaurant. I had pad thai. It was delicious as usual. And the cost was 52 baht with the drink. 52 baht, less than $2. You can't beat the food here in Thailand. It's as inexpensive it is and delicious it is. It's absolutely amazing. So, but of course, you have to have a little bit of tolerance to spice, and I'm just getting a tolerance to spice. You know, Actually, all of us in Dave's chat could mod for you. We know most of the problems. Yeah, yeah. So and there's always problems. Now you can block this guy, Jay. We will teach you how. Yes, Brock, please. So I'm just not sure. Uh, put user in timeout. How's that? There you go. You put John has been banned and comments were removed. Well, there you go. I'm from is that like Jacksonville, Florida? Remember, I'm Canadian, eh? I'm from up where it's snowing now, up where we all live in igloos. That's one of the reasons why I'm living in Thailand. My arthritis was absolutely killing me. And that was one of my reasons for actually coming to Thailand. I have psoriatic arthritis. Um, like most people our age, we have some form of arthritis of sorts. But mine was bad enough that I was actually taking an injection every week called methotrexate. And I did that for like 5 years, and that was basically keeping me going because I had to get up every morning and drive sleds pulled by dogs. Yes, so I had to get up every morning and go to work just like everyone else. And unfortunately, the the worst parts were my hands. Well, my knees were pretty bad for a long time until I finally got the doctor to agree, and now they're titanium. So I haven't had any more problems with there. My friend Bottle Caps is from Canada, also the West Coast. Yeah, so I'm from Ontario, Jay. But anyway, so I've had back problems, all kinds of problems all through my life. But the arthritis, the last 15 years has played a real toll on my hands. And of course, taking this methotrexate, which is pretty potent drug. Well, anyone knows that it's a anti-inflammatory, and unfortunately, all these anti-inflammatories built up over time, and they affected my heart. And well, that's basically why I had had the heart attack, and the heart function was dropped down to a very scary amount. Thinking, well, when I first came here, I had an echocardiogram the month before. In fact, I had the echocardiogram. It'd be a year this at the end of November, and it was the heart output had dropped down to 25%. It had dropped 6% from the 6 months before at 31%. And if you Google all this stuff, you find out, hey, at uh, at 20%, you have a 3-year life expectancy. So I thought, I got to get my butt over to Thailand, enjoy life as I can. But what happened is when I came here, one of the things I did not do is I stopped taking the methotrexate. I couldn't get the prescription, and so I just stopped taking it. I had a different drug called Voltaren. They call it Voltaren here. It's a declofenac, also an anti-inflammatory. I took that, but as it turned out, my heart output started increasing. After 3 months, saw a cardiologist here. There's actually a video. I did a video on going to the cardiologist. He actually filmed the whole thing, and sure enough, the heart output increased. So, and the problems with my arthritis has been very minimized by living here in Thailand, because again, the cold weather is what plays havoc on your arthritis. So, all you people living in Canada in the retirement area, hey, if you suffer from arthritis, come to Thailand. You won't be sorry. You will not be sorry. Oh, so no, I'm not by any means. No. So we're into an hour. We still have 13. Anyone have any questions? My friend Bottle Caps your Bottle Caps. Is that his name? Bottle Caps? Jay? No. And again, I don't know, Giant, Jai. Um, you haven't told me if that's from Jacksonville. Anyone have any questions? I'll keep yakking away. So yeah, 176 people are going to be showing up at the wedding. Each table holds 8. We're supplying all the beer. Actually, she's gone out and bought. Um, this is Bobby, Jay's husband. Hi, Bobby. Where is Jay? So, so you, so um, so now that the loft is fixed up, what's the next house? There is no more next house project. We're done. We're done. It's like, no, we're gonna chill, so recuperate from all that. You don't know Cap's real name, so oh, still haven't seen CJ yet. So, so Bobby, I'm starting to do more shorts. where do I live? I live in Pear, Frey. If if you're not familiar with the pronunciation of Thai, they don't pronounce the H like and soften it. So they call it pear, pray. Katai says pear. So it's the province east of Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai, Lampang, and Pear, and above us is north is Nan, and so yeah, we're right in the middle. If you're driving from you know, l- put me at the Leo table. I'm sure I'm sure we can make arrangements. Sure, you're not interested in the local spirits, Douglas? No. My best friends lived there, went for a visit there in Pear. Well, this area is absolutely stunningly beautiful. There's no doubt about it. And of course that's going to be my niche. That's what I'll be focusing most of my videos on. Although we're leaving for Krabi in for our honeymoon right after the wedding, so we'll be in Krabi for weeks. So that'll be my first time going to Krabi. We could have gone to Phuket, but I just thought, no, we'll go to Krabi. It's still on the coast. We can still take the boats to all the beautiful islands, and so I'll be doing a fair amount of. Thank you, Pierre. The local white lightning will give you a kidney ache in 2 minutes. I'm not planning on. I'm planning on partaking of that. My doctor, when I told my doctor I wanted to have at least one beer a week, he frowned on that. So, I'm not allowed to have more than 2 cups of coffee. In fact, I'm only supposed to have one. So I have two, and I only have one beer a week. And when I have that beer, I just looked the doctor in the eye. I said, "Fine." You said you could have it one beer a week. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to have it with a cigar." And then he just rolled his eyes to, to the sky. I said, "What are you going to do? I'm I'm just a silly foreigner." But yes, I have a cigar once a week. In fact, I brought my cigars from Canada because, again, they're uh, they're imported here, so they're just as expensive here as they are in Canada. And I bought 2 boxes of 25 each, so of 50. I haven't quite had a cigar every week because it's been so busy, but I had one last Saturday. I'm thinking of doing a video each time I have a cigar, but find stuff to say. I don't know what people wanted to sit there while you're sitting there watching me now. So, but I know that my friend Les, you all know Les from Retired and Living Dream. Unfortunately, Les isn't going to join us today. He's taking a newbie to Bangkok to look at motorhomes. No, no. I had a doc in Thailand tell me you should have one bottle of beer a day for good health. Yeah, and I think isn't that a glass of wine? Yeah. So, but unfortunately, yeah, heart disease. They say differently. So, no, always buy the traditional farmer style shirts from Prey. They are well made. Yeah, yeah. I like your doctor, Brock. I like your doctor too. Uh, so yeah, traditional blue farmer style shirts from Prey. They're well made, keep you cool and hot. I have to check that out. I have to check that out. Wine is too expensive. Again, we won't have any wine at the table. No, so but like I say, we're bringing in beer, and there should be enough of that. Of course, I was told you only put so many on the table at a time. My brother-in-law is worried we're going to look after all that. They have all the sizes too. Well, I'll tell you, I've got a couple of shirts. There's a story in itself. I got a couple of shirts. When I first came here, I bought 2 beautiful shirts. They fit perfectly. As soon as I washed them, they shrunk and they won't fit. Now, if I lose, you know, 10, 15 kilos, maybe 20 kilos, they'll fit. But so the next shirts that I bought, It's like, oh well, they're going to shrink. So I bought these large, and they didn't shrink. So in fact, they were so large, so huge, I had to have them actually taken in to try and wear them. I have worn them on occasion. They still don't fit very well. So again, we will keep looking to find find clothes that fit. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now, Chiang Mai. I had one for Nan. Haven't got one for Pear yet. I haven't seen it, but hey, don't go to the doctor. Yeah. I have to go to the doctor every month and get my medication, which works out to about 6,000 baht a month. Hoping in the near future we'll be able to cut that down. So, yeah, but still, when you consider the cost of drugs in Canada, and if you don't have a drug plan, even if you have a drug plan, you still spend you're spending $12 for every prescription. That all adds up to. So yeah, it's still, no matter how you look at it, it's cheaper here in Thailand. For those that know, that when I first landed in Thailand, when I came back 3 months ago, my video says three flights to four flights to Nan. What could possibly go wrong? Of course, I had a heart attack when I got into Nan. I ended up spending 6 days in the hospital. But after we got out, we paid the bill. The bill was 19,000 baht, and I tell you, that was and Katai she got a discount, got it down to 17,000. So, all right, Catherine, thank you very much for sitting in, and I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a really nice trip to Holland. I'm really glad Ken really enjoyed that. It was a trip of a lifetime. Maybe your next trip might be Thailand. You never know. So anyway, you take care. Thanks for sitting in. Um, uh, yeah, just finish up. Yeah, it was 17,000 baht. Again, that was the cost to stay in the hospital for a week. It was just amazingly reasonable. So, what size shirt do I wear? 2XL to 3XL, Bobby. And I don't know what in Thai size. Well, this shirt here fits all right. So, but yeah, Dave, read up on the benefits of taking Marengo. It grows all over Thailand. So that's we can have that conversation in a week. You can tell me all about it. Oh, Ron, thanks for dropping in. Where are you? Oh, hey Jake, thanks for dropping in. Wow, still 12 people watching. Well, so that's great. Pray, typical Thai shirts you can find up to 5X. Yeah, I've found a few. Like for instance, my motorcycle jacket. When we rented the Forza back in um, back when I was in Chiang Mai. Hi, Tommy. Thanks for dropping in. When I rented the Forza, we went and bought gear for both Katai and I, and no problem finding gear for her because she's very small. But I said, you're not going to find a jacket for me. And sure enough, they handed me a jacket. It was 6L, and it fits perfectly. It's a motorcycle jacket, full gear with all the padding and so forth, and it's literally the air just flows right through it. So, you can wear it as long as you're moving, you don't notice it. In fact, it's good because it keeps the sun off you. Although that doesn't bother me much. It certainly bothers Katai. She tends to completely wrap herself up so the sun doesn't get at her. So, but yeah. So, um, probably 4 or 5, Pierre. 5XL, 4 or 5. So, and again, the problem is, will they, depending on what it's made of, are they going to shrink? You know, yeah, yeah. JW was acting bad. Did you say bye to him? Yeah, I did. I did. Well, Tommy J. Brock, fine, Brock. You did what to your phone, Ron? Oh, what was your win over at Vanderbilt, Tommy? Not a big Texas fan. Yeah, football. I haven't been watching much football. Um, my team actually is the Browns. Now everyone's laughing. But I haven't really watched much. So, no, they do not. But on the first wash, they lose colors. They're all blue color, but as they get older, they become like jeans color. Yeah, no, I like blue, so no problem. I'm definitely going to tell Katai about that, and we'll look for that. No, we'll certainly look for that. No, the Jaguars. I don't know how things are going. I know that all I know the Browns aren't doing very well at all. And of course, we can't even talk about the Canadian Football League. I have no idea what's happening there. So if Keith is still watching, which I'm not sure, he can probably fill me in on what's happening with the Canadian football. No, what's Aggie? San Francisco's playing now. The shop is situated on the main streets altogether after what on the main street in Paris. Well, I will have to. When are you going to be back in this area, Pierre? It'd be nice to meet. Or are you planning on being like you're what are you down? Where are you? Are you down under or where are you right now, Pierre? Originally a Patriots fan. Well, when we were in Chiang Mai, I paid for the extra the package through the TV, and I was able. Pierre is everywhere. And I was able to watch the football games. Like I say, I was right into it last year, but this year it's just been too busy. It's just there's a streaming service that I could purchase, and maybe next year I'll worry about it next year when things settle down and become not so you know. Oh, Pierre, you're in Surin. You're down Dave's way. Oh, southeast Isan, fairly close to Oh, you're fairly close to Nan province. So if I go to Chiang Mai, I must go through. Yes, you do. And if you're going to Chiang Mai, you're going right by my house. You're going to go right through to Highway 103, and you're going to go right by my house. So by all means, uh, send me a message later, and I'll give you my line number. And when you come by, please stop in. We'll get together. CJ, nice to see you. I'm just fine. I'm just fine. Uh, yes, 103. 103. I just lost the name of the intersection. Well, right where right where it turns, it goes to Song, little Song district. And I'm right there, off the 103, right near the highway. So yeah, I watched a lot of your videos yesterday, CJ. And then before I went to bed last night, I put your playlist on for Thailand, and I just turned off my main monitor and I just let it go. You know, yeah. So I think I got you eight to 10 hours to get you towards that 4,000. So, you know, uh, I'm going to probably demand that you return the favor, but it's going to be a while before I get to 4,000. I'm sitting at 291 subscribers. And by the way, I'm sure everybody that's here right now is a subscriber. But if you haven't subscribed, by all means, please subscribe, and hey, hit the like button. How are the roads and the bridges up there? You know what? They're fine. They're fine. You want to take a trip. You're in Ho Hin. Will you ride? Will you drive? How will you get here, CJ? So Pierre, are you on your way? But I guess maybe Bobby, you're on your way. But yeah, no, the roads are. We were in Chiang Mai. We've been in Chiang Mai several times in the last 2 weeks. Like I say, my niece, my Katai's niece, had a bad accident, and so we were in a few times. So CJ, you will ride. You have a motorcycle, I take it. That's awesome. So when you come up here, I will make sure that we will get together and we will ride. Mead says good night. All right, good night, Mead. I'll see you in a couple of days. Have a great flight. Looking forward to spending the next 4 weeks with you. We're going to see lots of places. It will be the trip of a lifetime. So you're going to want to retire and come here. My niece, she's fine. She is. There was a scare about 4 or 5 days ago. They went to one doctor. Doctor says, "Oh, we're going to have to cut the finger off at the knuckle," and they went to another doctor. Said no, because like, the end of the finger is really black and so forth. So, but apparently it's healing. She's probably going to lose a little bit. Whether she ends up with a fingernail, that's going to be a question. She's got to go back to work in 2 weeks. Which that'd be interesting. She works at a ripping and a ripping store, and so she as a cashier. So she's got to be able to hit all those numbers. So yeah, but still. But anyway, so CJ, what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. You know, a CB300F, Honda CB300F. Awesome, awesome. You know, and you have it decked out with a top box and side bags. You had a CB250 before. You didn't jump up much. Just jump. That's right. Listen to Doug. Just jump on the bike and point it north. Everything is good up north. Ain't that a fact, Doug? You are absolutely right. Just a small box. No side bags. I haven't got my side bags on the ADV yet. Um, Tony from Vortex has been trying to get up this way for some time, and he's supposed to stop in. I've chatted with him a few times online. So, but he hasn't made it up this way. So, but the roads are fine. You get into Chiang Mai, so no side bags. The roads are fine. If you're going to make more lives, make some moderators. Yes. Well, are you applying for the job, Tommy? So uh, again, it's a learning curve. So I'll have to find out more about the moderators, because I've seen that on Dave's live show. Brock does that. So I don't know if Brock wants a second job or not. If he's interested, I would be more than pleased. CJ, grab Maui and come on up. Yes, absolutely. I've been watching. I watched Maui's live show. Maui's not here, is he? No, no. Tommy is a great moderator. All for it. All for it, Tommy. You know, all for it. So like I say, uh, it's my second live show, right? you know, it's like I'm surprised that I'm still talking after an hour and 15 minutes, and there's 11 people that are putting up with me. That's that's something. I suspect all of my friends from Canada are all gone to bed now because it's 9:14 here. That means it's 10 quarter after 10. I know that Tammy's still watching because Mead's gone to bed. They're coming to the wedding. Mead is going to be my best man. I was his best man for his wedding a little about I don't know what I guess about 7 years ago. Yeah, there she is. She's still here. You know, we love to hear you thinking out loud. Well, I pretty much do that. I pretty much do that. Well, sleep watch the football starting 7 years ago. Time flies. You know, Ron saying hello, Tammy. You know, you're gonna get to see when we go on our trips. Tammy and Mead are coming to Krabby with us, so you're gonna get to see them on some of my videos. I got a couple of special videos planned, and so yeah, and then when they come back, they're staying for 4 weeks. So we're going to be all over northern Thailand, and we're going to use my house as a central hub, and then we're just going to go out 2 days here, 2 days there, 2 days there. So you know, yes, you should start doing lives, CJ. You know, That's if you need the hours, buddy. You need the hours. That will give you the hours right away. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work here, but I had like 6 or 7 hours on my first live stream, and there was I think an average of 7 people. So I've got an average of 12, 13 people have gone for the hour. So that's 12 hours. That's 12 hours, CJ. So, hit that live button. We're all your buddies are going to watch. That's for sure. That's for sure. We'll all get on the bandwagon and talk about this and that football. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm on Yard Stream, so I don't know if anyone's hitting the like button or not. So, but it doesn't really show that. Oh, yeah. So Robert Mack, where in the States are you? Because I can tell you right now, up in Canada, the trees. You have 12 likes. Awesome, awesome. The trees are already changed. I don't think they're done yet. But yeah. So, uh, so only three of us like you. That's three more than yesterday. Oh, yeah. So yeah, no, the trees in Canada would be pretty are pretty beautiful right now. So it'd be working its way down to the states. Uh, Ron John is here with sock account. I see 12. Yeah, there's 12. That's amazing. That's pretty amazing. You know, no, CJ has a bigger phone. Yeah. Yeah, I watched your last couple of videos, CJ. That's a beautiful a beautiful beach that you been walking down on, and so it must you're near a fishing village. I was looking looking at that boat that you showed. Yeah, that propeller has seen better days for sure. So yeah, how many of you guys have seen my latest video with the drone? The trees are, where where are you again, Robert Mack? Where are you again? In the States? You're in the States somewhere? You must be close to the northern part of the States. Yes, I know you watched it. Yeah, I certainly enjoyed driving the Harley in late October. Um, with the trees, the colors of the trees, it's pretty nice. My buddy was just telling me he was out not too long ago on his Harley. Unfortunately, in the morning, you're southern Missouri. The trees change in southern Missouri. The colors of the trees. You know, so I didn't know. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, you're in southern Missouri. Um, you know, you're from Maine originally, yeah. Well, if you're up in Maine, you got lots of, the trees definitely change color up there for sure. You know, I've been to Maine several times. Used to go to Auburn, Maine, with my last wife with her family. We would go down for Thanksgiving. We would drive down every year from Canada. It was a wonderful trip. We drive through Quebec into Vermont. We would be Vermont, actually, the corner of Vermont, and then it would go into New Hampshire, and then we would work our way down to Maine. Absolutely beautiful. Went to a wedding down there um, for one of her cousins, and we drove down to along the coast. You know, through oh, I just lost the name. Somebody let me know where it is. It's on the coast. But we were in Bar. We went to Bar Harbor. We actually stayed at the Bar Harbor Hotel or Hotel Bar Harbor Inn, I think it's called. That was a long time ago. That was like, I want to say 20 years ago. Oh, Lewiston, Auburn. Yeah. Oh, originally from Hollywood, growing up. Wow. Yes, Tammy, that's right. You're from Maine. Oh, so yeah, the trees must be starting looking pretty nice there, eh, Tammy? The Bar Harbor Motor Inn, Calais, Maine. Yeah, Bar Harbor Motor Inn. Yeah, it was the off season when we were there, so we got a pretty good deal for the night. We don't think we can afford the high season, but it's like that commercial. I don't know if you remember where they say just one night. We'll stay there just one night. In fact, I think the next night we stayed at a motel that was completely outfitted by the inmates in the local penitentiary. So, uh, not anymore. Most of the trees have lost their leaves. Well, come to Thailand. We have trees, lots of leaves on our tree leaves. Yeah, yeah. Calais is where you come across the border. Yeah. Oh, I just lost the name. I was going to say Maine. Bangor, Maine. Bangor, Maine. That's where we went through. And you were born in Holton. Holton, I want to say, is that New Jersey? Holton, I don't, I know the states. I just don't necessarily know all the places in the states. And I could ask you questions of how much you know places in Canada. But yeah, so and for those that don't know, the first state is Delaware. And I can't even tell you why I know that it was Delaware, but yeah, you lived in Bangor. Yeah, yeah. I was in Bangor when we were in Bangor, Maine. Um, I was just starting to um I was just starting to smoke cigars. I quit smoking when I was in my early 20s and didn't smoke for almost 15, 16 years. So I was what, 35, 36 years old. And I decided I thought it's been long enough. I think I can enjoy a cigar. You paid $400 for one night. It was that was that at the Bar Harbor Inn? Yeah, $400. Well, I think we paid 120, and it was 20 years ago, and it was in the off season, so it was still a lot of money. 120, $130. You know, Woodstock, New Brunswick. You know, Stephen King lives in Bangor, Maine. Yeah. So we were in Bangor, Maine, and we stopped at the ladies were going shopping, and I was looking for a cigar store, and I'm walking, and I looked up, and I saw this cigar store called the Calibashi, cigar. So in I went, and of course I was pretty new at cigar stores and so forth. And when we went in, um, I'm looking at all the cigars, and I had no idea. Remember, I was just new smoking cigars, so I didn't even know what I wanted. So I just asked the guy. I said, "What do you suggest?" And he pulled out a Arturo Fuente, and he said, "This is a good smoke. It's not too strong. It's good for a beginner. You'll enjoy it." And I asked him, and I pointed to the front of the store. There was a large table with two stools, and I said, "Could I smoke this cigar at that table?" Because I mean, you're in the States. In Canada, you can't smoke inside. Here in Thailand, you can do all that. So at any rate, he said, "Well, you could, by all means, if you want to have that cigar there, or you could come back here." And he opened this door, and I looked in, and there was this absolutely amazing room with a fireplace, big lazy boy chairs, great big picture window, of the bay. It was just absolutely amazing. And I went, "Awesome. This is awesome." So I went in there and I had a cigar. So that's where I started. And my cigars of choice are Arturo Fuente. Hey, Tony, nice to see you. So nice for you to show up. I'm still waiting for you to get on your, ADV and come and see me, and we're going to ride together. So, so yeah, I watched your video, and obviously you're talking. I'm thinking he's in the motorcycle lane, and he's doing 30, 50, 60 kilometers per hour. If he's coming up this way, it's going to take him a long time. Friday, I'm sending off. I set off AMT. What's AMT? Typo. No, so you're heading off this Friday. So when do you think you're going to be in Chiang Rai? Now I'm going to be leaving on my vacation or my honeymoon on the 4th of November. And like I say, we're going to Krabi. We'll be there and we'll be back, I believe, on the 12th of November. So yeah, if I think you mentioned 3 days. I think that's Monday. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not back until the 12th. So if you're here before we go, which was on the 4th, that'd be great. And if not, The good news is we're both retired. We both live in Thailand. As Lucas from Ride for Kick said, it's not that big of a country, Dave. Sooner or later, we'll cross paths. I'm thinking, okay, so let's let's hope so. He put out a video. Well, you got to run. All right, Ron. Thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Hey, it's an hour and a half. We're doing fantastic. I really appreciate you. Dropping in on the show. Hey, it's a successful show as far as I'm concerned. So thanks. Enjoy your day. You know. So so again, yeah. Lucas put out a video just yesterday. Something about buying a dirt bike is not as easy as it is. And it was he put it out for 2 hours and it had 2,500 views in like 2 hours. And I'm thinking, wow. I'll get there someday. I'll get there someday. So, well, so you guys, if you're Brock or I forget who it was who was offering to moderate. So um, send me a message online, and we should talk about that. Maybe we can figure that out on the next one. That would be absolutely amazing to have a moderator. So Dave, get 70,000 subs, you get 2,000. Get 70,000 subs, you get 2,000 views. Yeah, well, CJ, you have 670 videos out. I have 95 videos. How many of your videos are shorts? Because I mean, shorts are pretty easy to you know. Oh, yeah, Ride for Kicks has 70,000. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. CJ, you're absolutely right. Actually, Lucas was my very first mini shorts. Okay, Lucas was my very uh, first channel that I watched when I started watching YouTube's of Thailand, and my second one I started watching, of course, was Les from Retired Living the Dream. And like I say, Les right now couldn't join us because he's in Bangkok showing a newbie. Uh, a motorhome. So, and there's a video that he just put where his newbie was living in a tent trailer. So, but anyway, long and shorts are not the same kind of subs. No, I understand. So, I'm starting to do more shorts and because they've added a link where you can add a video. And so what I'm starting to do is I'm going back through some of my old videos and doing a little short and then adding the link to the video. And what I'm going to do now, as we record more, I will purposely film a shorts where the it's a portrait instead of and then we'll do that, and I'm going to add in when I do the video I'll add a short, and maybe it'll act like a trailer of sorts, you know a trailer of sorts, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, no. Lucas has 70,000 subscribers, so which I am one of. So that's why. But he puts out a very good quality video, and as he said, it wasn't always that way. And he has a really nice camera, and that's one of my next purchases is a good camera, and a unit for keeping it horizontal and so forth. Uh, Probably sometime next year. We'll look into doing that. But I'm having lots of fun with the drone, and we'll definitely continue. We'll continue doing more work with the drone. I haven't started my series on the train, the trains um, renovation, like the train tracks, the high speed train that's being built right now, that will connect Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Uh, and eventually it'll work its way all the way to China. So, but I haven't started that series. I have been recorded a little bit of it, and I've been using the drone because the train tracks run right by my door. In fact, not only do they run by my door, yeah, I'm going to talk to Brock as host, bring him up, and um, Doug, and and then there's Ron. Was it Ron? Um, whoever is gracious enough to be a co-host and be a moderator. I will. Hey, I'll go with whoever was ever available. You know, so yeah, I'll get hits on the trains. Especially like I say, the high speed train goes right by my door, and I mean, they're saying it's not going to have a train on the tracks for another 6 7 years, but they have to drill holes through the mountains. But when that train is actually up and running, it'll we can go from here, and there's a train station uh, like half a mile from here. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the Yam River. But yeah, that train station is going to make a big difference. And I found out that they didn't put a train station in Pear. Well, and that was surprising. I guess apparently the cost of the land. So again, I'll add all this in, but the big thing, that high speed train going to from here to Chiang Mai, we get there in 45 minutes, where it's 2.5 hours by car. And of course, from here to Bangkok, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours compared to 10 hours. Not high speed train, you'll get bad comments. I call it high speed all the time. Well, it's supposed to hit speeds of 200, 220 kilometers per hour. So I like to think that's a high speed train. So anyway, I will be doing. I'm going to start that series at some point, and I mean, it'll be an ongoing series because I might do 2 videos on it every year, or 3 videos on it a year, as things progress. And it would be awesome to have a connection with the construction company, so that I can actually you know be part of stuff where I can, especially when they start doing the drilling into the mountain. That'd be pretty cool. So that'd be pretty cool. So we'll see. No, I did it here in Ho Hin when it came through. Oh yeah, yeah. Is the high speed train going through there, CJ? No. Or as you said, it's not high speed there. It's definitely going to be high speed um, Bangkok to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. It's Japanese. I can't remember the actual name of the train, but it translates from Japanese to basic high speed train. So yeah. How's everyone doing? We're an hour and 40 minutes in. So are we bored of listening to me yak? Mind you, it's gone by pretty good. All new tracks up top. Yep, it'll be 2 tracks there, and there, side by side. So obviously the train going one way and train going the other way. So yeah, it's a Japanese line. Yeah, Japanese train. So should prove really interesting. There's no doubt about it. In fact, some of my you can already see some of my drone work in this area. You can see the train track. So, and, and I just woke up. Need 6 more coffees. Tony, 6 more coffees. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had 2.5 coffees today, which was half a coffee more than I'm allowed to have. So, oh, yeah, I was talking to Les on the phone the other night. We talked for about an hour and 20 minutes, and he says he drinks about 6 coffees a day too. It's like, oh, I mean, there was a time, yeah, there was a time in Canada I did that all the time. So, you know, they go fast. I was there, and all was a blur on the train looking out the window. Yep, that's what it's going to be like, right? So in 6 years, 6 years goes by pretty quick. So yeah, that'd be pretty exciting, to take the train, high speed train. So do a video. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I can have the drone up and film it as it goes by, but the drone just doesn't go fast enough to follow it. So, unless I get a new drone, but that will be, well, I shouldn't say never, because I mean we'll see 4 or 5 years from now. I may upgrade to the next drone. So it's all depends on how things go. But yeah. You know. So Tony, you let me know when you think you might be running by here. Like I say, we're going to be gone on the 4th. We have to drive back to Chiang Mai, get on the plane. So we gotta go. We'll be gone on the 4th of November, and we're back on the 12th. So if you're here between now and the 4th, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. And of course, if you're doing I saw your route. If you make the trip one way and you come back on the eastern side on the way back, and if it's after the 12th of November, by all means, we'll stop in. We'll go for a ride. Yeah, it'd be great to meet you. It'd be great to meet you. All right. Well, unless someone has any questions, we could probably close it out now. All I can say is I'm leaving on Friday at around 6 a.m. That's okay. Today is Monday, so Friday. Um, yeah. And now, you're going to go straight into Chiang Mai first, and then through Chiang Rai, or are you going to come through the Bangkok on Highway 1 and up through Pear? Which way are you going to go? You're going to go the west side. Uh, oh, so have a good time in Krabi. I certainly hope so. We're going to definitely enjoy that. Uh, Hello, Noon. See you in a week. So, yeah, we're going to. I think we're going to splurge on TriStar Marine, although it's rather expensive, and go to the James Bond Island. We'll be going to on another day. We'll go to there's a other island tours. We'll be doing that, so also, and and I'm going to fly the drone where I can, because I bought my drone. Here's an interesting thing for you drone people. Um, I bought my drone in Thailand at Big Camera, and there was an absolute pile of paperwork, and I had to fork out 1,500 baht for a license. And as it turns out, this is new, and this license will allow me to fly in national parks. So I'll be carrying that information with me, and hopefully I will get away with being able to fly the drone. Yeah, five-star Marine is what I'm very likely going to go with. But CJ, it's I got quoted 40,000 baht for the day. 40,000 baht. That's 1,500 Canadian, and there's only four of us going, so it's split between two couples. If we found I said to them, if you happen to have a third couple that wants to go in on the ride, which would make it easier for someone like them. Yeah, it might drop the price down, but I think we're still gonna bite the bullet and go. And do it. So I'm going to do a video of me sitting on the bow and say hello to Chris Parker, because last time I saw someone sitting on the bow talking about on Five Star Marine was Chris Parker. I'm sure everybody knows who Chris Parker is. Retired, working for you. With 500,000 subscribers. I've talked with him only through correspondence. But he just did a video, a week ago, and he hadn't done a video. Hold on, I can get you a discount. CJ, well, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic, CJ. If you could get me a discount, I let we'll talk later, because, like I say, that would be awesome, absolutely awesome. So I'm going to hold you to that. So that'd be great. So yeah, Chris Parker hasn't done a video in months because he moved to Koh Samui, and he did this video where, yeah, I'm still alive. And yeah, I don't know how much that one video made him, because he's got 500,000 subscribers, but I mean, everybody just lined up to watch it. So but he's just lost his interest in doing the videos. I can understand. He's got 500-600 videos, and he had his nephew working with him, and his nephew was doing all the editing. So his nephew went off on his own. So that makes life a little more difficult when suddenly you got to do everything yourself. Uh, that's for sure. Because I find my editing is quite a bit time. Oh, Tim Newton. Oh yeah, I've watched Tim Newton. I believe I'm subscribed to him. Tim Newton today. What about him, CJ? What's going on with Tim Newton? I used to watch him with his buddy there. They'd have a little Saturday afternoon chat. So I used to watch that too. Ah, well, there you go. Language course he promotes it is pretty good. Dak Ling chocolate meringue. I haven't met you. Thanks for dropping by. The language course he promotes is pretty good. Yeah. My Tim is sponsored by Five Star. Oh, there you go. Hey, Maui, welcome. Welcome. You know, where are you from? Uh, is it Dakling? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Oh, are you American or still got nine people watching at just about 2 hours? Oh, so CJ, you know him too, do you? Well, there you go. Oh, you're watching the Who won? I'm watching the Lions game. No, you're making the move next year. You won't be sorry. Yeah, roads and bridges are just fine in Chiang Mai. Like I say, I've been in Chiang Mai, three or four times, three times now, three times now since the flood. Yeah. and even in down in the areas. Well, I got the one video I did where the good, the bad, the sad. You can see, I wasn't going to film. I wasn't going to film. I just, I mean, everybody was on that bandwagon. Everybody was filming it, and so I was there. We were down at Old Town, and we went into after we picked up my niece from the hospital. We went to lunch, and it was a great lunch. So I decided to just record that for another time, and then because we weren't going back that day, the next day, Katai wanted to go downtown to look for a possible another dress, and well, um, we were right where the flood was. I mean, you could see areas where the water was 3 feet high, and we were in areas where that flood was there, and the water is obviously gone. And of course, you see the garbage. I did film a little section of a garbage pile in the middle of the street, but everything was everything was open. The people are just amazing how resilient they are, and how they cleaned up what they could, and get on with their lives, and get their stores. Like, we went into a mall. I was on the second floor looking down, and that whole the bottom floor, it was full of water at one point. So, and if you look at it, you never know it. So, yeah. So I wasn't going to record. I wasn't going to make any videos until we were on our way out of town, and I saw to my left. I saw this dump, and I thought, oh my stars! So I hung a left, and I got out, got the camera, got the drone, and like I say, if you watch the video, you'll see this makeshift dump, which made perfect sense, because I mean, you got everybody moving with little trucks and so forth, trying to clean up the street, and they needed a temporary dump, and this is what they did. So all the trucks, everything, big trucks, little trucks with garbage, would take it to this temporary dump, and then you had backhoes, high hose in there, picking all the garbage into big trucks, taking that to the main dump. Hey, make perfect sense, but yeah, it's quite the little video of that. So I decided I was going to record that. So, and yeah, it gets like 1,000 views. You know, um, so and yet the beautiful video of the mountains, gets 65 views. People, they want to see destruction, I guess. So I don't know. And, so it's what it is. Is what it is. Yeah. Well, we still have 12 people watching. You guys aren't bored of me by now. So yeah, no. If you have any CJ, the roads into Chiang Mai, they're fine. Now, of course, it's not what you like in a video, just record. Yeah, yeah, which is true. You never know. You're never gonna know what's gonna connect. I mean, I did that little video of a day in prayer, and it was where we were getting the car repaired, but I noticed they had a 6x12 pool table. So I walked over, and it was lunchtime, and one of their employees was playing pool, and then the owner handed me a pool cue, so I played. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not bored, and I will subscribe to your channel, Darkling, and right after we're done. And that's I say that's where the moderator. I guess the moderator looks after all that. So again, I'll subscribe to your channel after we get done. So but yeah, you never know what video is going to go crazy, what's not. I mean, the both my videos on the ADV have done very, very well. And yet they didn't start off very well. It just took time, and they're both over 1,000 views. So people like motorcycles, I guess, and they like it when they see you fall off motorcycles. So when you see my review, and I have the part where I'm going along the train track, CJ. I don't know if you've seen that. You should check that out. I'm driving down along the train tracks, and and I'm going down over this little ridge, and the whole thing is just all ruts. And I thought, so I took the biggest rut, thinking I'd make it, and yeah, well, unfortunately, the ADV may be adventure ADV, but it didn't have the right tires and so forth. And when I tried to get out of the rut, boy, oh boy, it threw me over the handlebars. It just looked worse than it actually was, and because I was only doing like 25 kilometers per hour. If I've been going far, yeah, you dump it. I saw it. Glad you saw it. Yeah. But you know what? Again, those two videos are one of my best videos. Also along with of course, my trips, the motorcycle trip down in the island of Kokood. You know, not as cool as Chiang Mai, but it will do for the moment. Yeah. So yeah, Chiang Mai is well, temperature in Chiang Mai. Like I say, right now we're apparently it's what did I read? Is it tomorrow is the first day of winter in Thailand? Oh, so first day of winter. So yeah, already the mornings are much cooler, and the other thing is the sunsets. The sunsets. I'll do a short video for you, Dave. I got lost and went through some muddy sand. It was 3 feet deep. Yeah. Speaking of that, oh my stars! I forgot about this. We, my our I got wet knees. I bet you. I bet you did. So my woodworker, there's a video of me with the woodworker that built all the doors for our renovation for the loft, and you also find out that's what I was. I was a cabinet maker for 35 years, and anyway, he down to go down to his shop. You go down this little road in between the houses, and the first time, last time, not the last time, the time before, it was pretty muddy and so forth, but no big deal. You get there. Well, he filled it with stone, with gravel, and so and we, of course, we were inviting him to the wedding. So we had just come back and from wherever, from downtown, and I hung the right to go into his shop, and threw this loose stone, and it was like all I could do to keep the thing upright because there's no steering. As soon as any little bit, it just rolled all over. I was absolutely petrified coming out of there. In fact, I told Katai, "You got to walk." You got to walk out. I'm going to, and it was all I could do was to keep that thing from going over. Yeah. So yeah, that was thing. So yeah, send me that video, Tony. I want to see that. Got lost, went through some muddy sand, 3 feet deep. Yeah, send me that video. So I'll definitely watch that. So you know, so what's hot in Hao Hin? So what did it get up? 34, 35, 36 degrees? Yesterday here was 34 degrees. I believe it was 34 degrees in the afternoon. Well, unfortunately, the house is situated, the sun is at the back of the house. It sets in watching the sun. That's why we have beautiful sunsets. But it's the hottest part of the house. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to build that addition on the balcony, and it's made quite a difference, with the addition. So 34, 35, yeah, about the same here, maybe a tad cooler, so but then here, how's your humidity down there? You're near the ocean, right? How's your humidity? So I know that humidity is somewhat high now, but as we get out of the rainy season, it's going to start dropping down more and more. So I know that in the smoky season in January and February, March, April, the temperature gets right up there to 40, 42, 43 degrees, but humidity is non-existent, so you don't really notice it. I was cooking walking on the beach at 8 a.m. yesterday. Really? Yeah, you're in Ho Hin too, aren't you, Maui? So I want to get down there. I don't know if I think I left a comment on your channel that when I first was planning on coming to Thailand, I had three choices of that I was going to go and live. Jomtien if I was going to stay single, and Chiang Mai if I wasn't going to stay single, and Ho Hin. And I never made it to Ho Hin. In fact, I got lots of advice that you should go in your 6 months there. You should go to all these places before you decide where you want to live. But I'd already was with Katai at the time. We basically met through a mutual friend of hers, and we met so we talked online for 4 or 5 months before I came. So I came to Thailand with the full intention of meeting her, and that's why we ended up in Chiang Mai, and now we're in Paris. So what we will get to Ho Hin. CJ, you think you're going to ride your motorcycle from Ho Hin up here? That would be amazing. So I'd be interesting to know how long that will take you. So, I mean, I would think we're what, 15, probably motorcycle, probably from here to Bangkok, probably 10 hours. So how far by motorcycle from Bangkok to Ho Hin would it be? No, Maui too. So the two of you are going to ride together 3 or 4 days. So you think it'll take you 3 or 4 days to get up here? Wow. So that would be that'd be awesome. I think that'd be absolutely awesome. So I would come back. I would, either when you got up here, I would ride back with you. So we'd have the trip going back, and then we'll come back. So yeah. So CJ, I don't know. Are you single, or do you have a significant other? I know Maui, you do, don't you? No. Lots of things to see along the way. That's the thing. Is that you're that's really what it's all about. I mean, it's not the destination, right? It's the journey. It's definitely the journey. So not married, so you'll be riding the bike alone. So Maui, will you be driving? Will you be riding alone, or I'm really lucky. Katai just sits on the back and she falls asleep. Yep, cow loves. Oh, she loves riding. Good, good. Yeah. So yeah, well, that's fine. I think that would be amazing. You ride up here, but you don't know when you think you might come up, right? It'd be great to do it in the smoky season. I think that would be fantastic to ride down there in February or March, or March. That would be fantastic. But don't really care. Don't really care. So, but yeah. I have a somewhat significant other. She won't get on a bike with me for some reason. Like I said, I got pretty lucky with Katai. She climbs on the back, and she doesn't ride a bike by herself. She doesn't ride it herself, so she's fine sitting on the back. The big problem is when I tell her we're going to go on a long distance. How are you? how is she going to carry her package of makeup, to do all her makeup? So she's going to have to she's going to have to find some way to compact that down into one of the side saddlebags. Yeah, yeah, Maui. Don't worry about the roads. The roads will be just fine. Now, that's here to Chiang Mai and in Chiang Mai. I don't know, honestly, don't know about into Chiang Rai. We are going to be going to Chiang Rai in November with my friends. We're coming when they come. They're coming for 4 weeks, so we will be going to Chiang Rai. And if you haven't made that road trip or you haven't decided when you're doing that road trip, I'll certainly let everybody know what the roads are like. Yeah. Yeah. You would need to get a trailer for the bike. See Dave's idea. Yeah. I don't know, Dave. Dave's idea, the trailer for the bike on the Forza. Now Dave is the same size as me, so he's 120 kilos. So the bike is what, two, just short of 200 kilos. So yeah, he's 420 kilos. But and then you're pulling a trailer. I know he's talking about having. I don't know. I haven't. Is he say he's going to put brakes on that trailer? Yeah, that's a pretty scary thought. So, I mean, he's got a beautiful travel trailer, and he can connect the bike. He has a hookup to put the bike on the travel trailer, and a beautiful truck. Pull the trailer, but hey, you never know. It could prove interesting, and we'll see how that works for him. So, but yeah, I my brother-in-law and my sister, they had a Goldwing? No, Yamaha. What's the Yamaha equivalent of Goldwing? Venture. Yamaha Venture. 35 years old. He bought it. He bought it brand new when he was young, and everyone questioned his sanity, and he kept it forever. And he and his wife, my sister, put thousands and thousands of miles. But he got a trailer. He hooked up a really cute, very streamlined trailer. And when they traveled, that's what they had. But you know, Dave's not talking about a streamline. It's pretty square. So I don't know how that's going to go. We'll see. We'll see. They've gotten so bad from Siberia to Syrian this year with so many potholes. You know, So yeah. So Mr. Mitch says Chiang Rai roads are good. So there you go. And when I go to Chiang Rai, and we'll probably be going to well, it'll be after we get back from Krabi, um, which would be in November 12th. So we'll be, like I say, we're going to come back. We're going to, use the house here as the hub, and we've got several places to go. We want to go down to Uttaret, Sukhothai, but we're gonna make our way up to Chiang Rai. And when we do that, I'll report on the roads. So, gentlemen, it's a little over 2 hours. It's pretty amazing that you guys have all chimed in and yes, I'm flying to Krabi. Yes, we're flying to Krabi from we're flying from Krabi from Chiang Mai. So and we're I forget the cost. I think I'm going to say it's what was 20,000 baht for the flight and for the dinner. Wow, gentlemen, look at the salmon, egg, and yeah. Am I a lucky guy or what? No. So, yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye. It's like I say, a little over 2 hours. I would have to say this is a successful live stream, and of course, I have to thank all of our guys from our. Thank you, honey. All of our guys from our group. They've all stopped in, and I really appreciate it. And so yeah, and until and yes, Dackling, as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. So we'll talk to you all on the next live stream with Dave, I guess. I'm not sure when that is. I'm not going to do a live stream now. Well, if I do it again next Monday, it'll be it'll be just before we go. We'll see. I'm not going to. There's no promises, but yes, Maui, you're absolutely right. Great way to get hours, and yeah, look at the food. Take care of the now, CJ. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. You're not a YouTuber right now, but eventually you will, because that's what we do. All right, guys, take care. I'm going to put my I'm going to show you my my ending live show, and then we'll call it there. All right, guys, you guys take care. Song Tower, drone Charlie Delta Charlie on approach from live show, requesting clearance for landing on pad 1.
Drone Charlie Delta Charlie, Song Tower, good show. You are cleared for landing on pad 1.